going to be answering 10 questions today. But in the beginning is because I grew up reading J.D. Salinger and E. Cummings, and my favorite rapper of all time is MF Doom. So if you see the little resemblance there, J.D. Salinger, E. Cummings, and MF Doom. When I was interning there, I spent a lot of time in the newsroom, and I spent a lot of time with newscasters writing stories and how they would twist words and make it sound so cool. I fell in love with alliteration. So I think that's where my love for writing really stems from. I went to broadcasting school in Detroit, Michigan back in the 90s, late 90s, very late 90s, 98. And so I'm not that old. And so there was radio, there was that. I came back to Toronto, went to Trebas Institute for music business, got into concert promotion. And then later on, I got back into broadcasting by working with and writing for a podcast called Geeks and Beats, which was hosted by Michael Hainsworth and Alan Cross. And other than that, like my 9 to 5 was call center work for a majority of my career. So that was kind of like what I did before I started doing this silly stuff. Very experimentative guy. I like to have a lot of hobbies. I stick to cooking though, because I'm good at that. What else do I like to do? I'm a big Days of Our Lives fan. I've been watching Days for eons, so I watch Days. I like to listen to a lot of music. I'm a music nerd, so I listen to all types of music from hip hop to classic rock to oldies to indie rock. Occasionally, I like to draw and paint. I'm not really good at it. I'm a really good abstract painter though, so I have actually some paintings on my walls around here. That a lot of the experiences Malcolm went through were my experiences, but I think I was able to create a whole new character that he just happened to experience the same stuff that I did when I was a teenager. I think that there wasn't really a lot of Malcolm. I'm not talking about the TV show, by the way. There's not a lot of Malcolm in me. I think that he just lived out my experiences. I was able to, and you know what? I'll tell you the truth. When I thought of the character Malcolm, I thought he would be like, me. I thought I would be describing myself and, and all that. But I had to tweak little things, change some facts around just so it would be more visual for the reader. Like in real life, I never cut myself, right? So I would never cut myself. But Malcolm did. So yeah, and I knew where that was going to end, so I had to build Malcolm in that sense. Therefore, there was a lot of traits that Malcolm had that I didn't. But yeah, I don't know. I think we have the same taste of music. He smokes in the book. He smokes weed in the book. But yeah, I personality-wise, maybe I think Malcolm, just like me, I think we are intense when it comes to relationships and love, and we fall hard too easily. But other than that, I don't think there's a lot of Malcolm in me. I can't say that without laughing, because I'm just thinking of the TV show now. Yeah. When I first started writing for Madelyn, she was supposed to be like my friend, just like my friend. And there is more Madelyn in her than there is me and Malcolm. I think there was a lot of her stubbornness in my friend. There's a lot of my friend's stubbornness in Madeline, and the way she reacts to stuff, the way she walks, how I envision her to walk. There is what I like to describe a lot is those little things that my friends used to do that I totally remember like it was yesterday. Like she would walk down the street and she would have this big oversized Club Monaco bag. Was beige, and she would just put it over her shoulder, and she used to pack every single thing in this bag, and you would be scared to watch her walk because you could totally tell that her Walkman or Discman or her books would come flying out, but for some reason she was able to balance everything and having nothing fall out. But those are things that my friend used to do that I always admired, and not admired, but I always thought was cute. That I wanted Madeline to do also. But personality-wise, there is a lot of her. There's the stubbornness, the strength that she has, the ways that she can overcome problems, the way she could just be like, a wingman, but also a rock. So yeah, I mean, there is more of my friend in Madeline than there is me and Malcolm. I do have reoccurring dreams where I would be an owner of a cafe in Paris. So I maybe something in cooking, like maybe like a kitchen manager or an owner of a cafe or a little restaurant or a bar. I could totally see myself doing that. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I can really think of that I could do that isn't inside like media, TV, radio, podcasting, YouTube, social media, writing, like anything outside of that. So Kellogg Lane is very close to me, and I go there a lot. There are a few bars there that I like to go to. Otherwise, there are for nighttime dancing and disco type of stuff. There's also a place in Old Easter Village called Heads and Tails that I like to get my groove on at. Back in the day, there was a place in Richmond Hill called Falcon and Firkin, which was the place where in the book Madeline ended up working. That was our meeting place. That was the first Richmond Hill spot that I used to go drink at. So I actually went there. Actually, it was the last time I've been to Richmond Hill since leaving, and that was in 2019, and when the Falcon Firkin, the bar, closed down. And yeah, there was a lot of memories there. Good memories and bad and depressing memories and all types of memories. It was like my second home. How dare you ask me that question? But I would say that I do ask it a lot about cooking, and just little things like how long should you put in butter chicken in the slow cooker, and then Chat GPT replies in the most polite way ever: do not do that, because slow cookers can't really do butter chicken in the slow cooker because it just sacks and it gets too watery. So thanks Chat GPT for that one. Thank you for joining me for answering 10 questions. My name is S.A. Fame, also known as Shane, also known as Shane Fame Alexander. You can get a hold of me by DM at ShaneFame.com on Instagram and TikTok, or you can email me at hostshane@gmail.com. Cheers.